Hey guys, welcome back. Got a topic, and I just thought of this one last night, Kirby, but I've seen some videos on different like real estate investors, and some of these guys do like Airbnb, their spouses and stuff. You've probably seen some of the videos come by. Young couples, and I mean they're killing it, they're doing great. But one thing that I see a lot of them mention is like they took out money from their retirement. So they like either cashed out 401k, they cashed out Roth IRA, they went all in, bought properties, and started doing Airbnb, and they're successful with it. My question to you is, you've spoken to me on behalf of, taking money out of a Roth IRA, for instance. On a 401k, it being maybe, I've never dipped into it, so I wouldn't really know. But it sounds a little bit more complicated than just taking money out of your Roth. Um, would you rather cash in a situation like that, cash out a 401k to go buy a different investment? Let's say it was you that you found a great deal. You're like, I need extra funds. I can pull it from my 401k. Would you cash out your 401k or would you take a loan on your 401k?
All right, first, let me just back up a second. So the Airbnb became prevalent during the COVID situation, right?
Mhm.
You got to peel back the layers a little bit because also during the COVID situation for like a year, you could take out money out of your 401k with no penalty. Uh, Most people don't understand that or didn't understand that concept of it. So because of harsh economic times, you could take the money out of your 401k penalty free. That time and that dynamic is over with, so it's really come down to, hey, now what's the stipulations? Now if you take the money out of your 401k, that's a 10% penalty plus the tax impact on it. So just wanted to break down that dynamic first. A lot of people talking about they took money out of their 401k and things like that. um, for Airbnb, the Airbnb aspect of it, that was prevalent. Probably they took it out when there was no penalty, no tax. But now, if you try to go do that, you're gonna get penalized, and then you're gonna get taxed on it. I mean, could you write off the penalty and the taxes on, write-offs from the real estate game or doing express appreciation and stuff like that? Yeah, you probably could. When it comes to what would I do, I have never ever taken money out of a 401k. I didn't have it. I mean, the situation, I haven't found a deal, I guess, good enough that I would need capital from other areas plus money from a 401k to make that happen. Um, but when it comes to that, I mean, I do also know people that just say, forget it, I'm just going to eat the penalty on that just to get this deal done. I mean, most of these people that I know who did that did it during the great financial crisis when people was just jumping over bridges trying to get out of their second, third, fourth, and fifth house just to liquidate the property. So the deals were just too good. I mean, like we was talking about a duplex that I bought in 2016. The person who I bought it from only paid 88,000 on a brand new duplex, brand spanking new. The person he got it from before that paid like 250,000, and then he got it for 88,000. So I mean, I still got it less than the original builder at 216, but that's what it was. I mean, the deal's just too great to pass up. It has to be something that's just astronomical, like $88,000 for a brand new duplex in a well-off area where you can get, thousands of dollars a month in rent. That's, I mean, the risk reward is worth it then. But just going to your 401k just to get, a marginal deal, let's say 10% ROI, 11% ROI, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze to do it. But it got to be something that's insane. And I'm not talking about, hey, I could buy this fixer upper and then I can get it, then I can flip it for, 20, $30,000. Nah. I mean, it got to be something like, hey, I know a guy, he got $1 million property. Uh, it's paid off, but he's in bad destitute times and he want to get rid of it for 500, 550, 350, something like that. And then just be like, forget it, I'll just take the hit on it and then, express depreciate it, and then you get an instant equity, instant value there. So that those are the dynamics. It's always an underlying factor why they doing it. They're not just doing it just for the sake of it. And like in the case of the Airbnb, I mean the ROI, if you run an efficient Airbnb in a Class A area, and you're gonna get 5, 6 times the rent that you'll get just off a traditional long-term renter. So that could be a time that you would execute that strategy, but it has to be a home run. No, it got to be a grand slam deal to go ahead and take that hit on both ends, the penalty plus the taxes. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm pointing at too, is like a grand slam deal, like you're saying. Like I wouldn't pull money out of a retirement account for a 10% return, like you said, you know. I mean, the couples that I've seen that did it for these Airbnb properties, yeah, they're killing it. And it made sense with the direction they were going. But like, so let's say in a scenario like that, let's say it's a 401k, would the best avenue be just sell it, eat the penalty and taxes, or take a loan on it in the same stance where you could take debt out against your securities in a regular brokerage account?
You can triple check me on this. I believe I'm correct, but as long as you're still working at the job, you cannot liquidate a 401k. Just sell it and then don't have a 401k longer at the job. I could be wrong. If it's somebody that work in HR for one of these huge companies, please comment in the comment section below and correct me. But you can't do that. The only thing you can take a loan, hardship loan, or something like that to get the money out of the fund. Now, once you leave the job, then you can do whatever the hell you want to with the 401k. You can have them send you the check. You can have them roll it over to a Roth IRA or traditional IRA or what have you. But while you're still working there and then you're signed up for the plan, you cannot just sit there and like sell it, send me all my money right now. I don't believe that's the case while you're
Okay.
still working at the company.
Okay. Well, that simplifies it.
The question of would I ever take money out of a retirement account to do an investment? Yeah, I would. I would. But like we talked about, home run deals, something like that.
Yeah.
A deal that because the thing is, and this is the reason why I would do it. It has to be bringing me first a greater return than the 401k. Of course, that's including not just going into the default investments in the 401k.
Yeah.
Um, of course, we always talk about it. A lump sum of money is not going to do you any good because you still need money and you need income coming in on a month to month basis. Everybody has that 4% rule formula. Hey, if you just take out 4% in retirement, then you're going to be good. But the question is are you disciplined when you have the ability to access capital? Are you disciplined enough to only just take out 4%? Or do you have, let's say, $1 million in the account, be like, oh, I want $100,000 now so I can go take my family on a trip? That's the thing. People don't, collect that discipline factor beforehand, and then they come up with this magic formula, the 4% rule, and think that everybody's going to follow it. No, most people don't even follow putting enough money in retirement to retire on. So now you think the people who just blindly had money in a 401k, they're just going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do the 4% rule. I'm just going to take out 4% no matter what, and that's it. No, they're retired. They want to have capital to do the things that they couldn't do when they work. So I would rather have my income or my investments in assets that will produce me income. So the asset itself could continue to appreciate well after I'm gone or, well into my retirement years and it's still providing me a drip, still providing me money. But a lump sum of cash just sitting there don't help the most everyday common person. So yeah, I would take money out of a retirement account. But again, it has to be a home run slam dunk deal for me to do it. But yeah, I would have. Just wanted to throw that out there for people thinking I was anti retirement funds.
Yeah, I see your points. No, and that's a good way to put it too, because sometimes, I mean, we've seen it. Sometimes the 401k can bring in a 20% return on the year, you know. So you've got to bring in a deal that's paying more than that 10%, 20%, whatever. It's got to be a home run deal for sure. But I'm I'm on par with you. That said, guys, if you have any questions, comments, let us know down below what you would do, what your thoughts are. Don't touch the 401k, touch it, whatever. Let us know. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Also, please send us videos so we can react to or topics in the comment section. We'll see you guys.